What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. It is 10/26, November 20th. Yeah, today was pretty. It was okay. It wasn't that crazy. So my first class of today, my 9 a.m. canceled. So I only had to go to my 10:30 and my 12, and then after that I had like a meeting for my school's like magazine. We were reviewing submissions, which was pretty fun. Um, and usually in my day on Wednesdays specifically, it happens to be comic book day, which lines up perfectly. So usually in between waiting to go to that meeting and after I get out at like 1:15, I usually have enough time to go to the comic book store and get something to eat. Today, though, I was a bit rushed because I had a meeting with one of my teachers, my 12 o'clock teacher, after class at like 3:20. So I really had to rush over and rush back. So it was in total like an hour. Like I drove 20 minutes to the comic shop, got the comics in like 5 minutes, immediately went to go pick up some food, and then as soon as I got the food, I just zoomed back to campus and ate it as I was driving. Don't do that. But yeah, like I said, we got some comics. I'm gonna show them off. I haven't read any of them yet, but I'm very excited for a couple of them. So let's get started. They're on my bed. It was funny. The guy, he asked like, "No, do you want a bag?" And usually they give us like these brown. I don't have any, but these brown bags to like kind of a better carrier than just like a plastic bag or whatever. Um, and I said no for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah. So we got how many we got? We got 5 comics today. Um, Almost all of them are X-Men related. Actually, yeah, almost all of them. So we're gonna get into it first. So up here we got Exceptional X-Men issue 3. I think out of all the comic series that I'm reading right now, this is the one that I am looking forward to the most, and we're only 3 issues in. The first issue of this was super good, and I was like, whoa, wasn't expecting this. Second issue was same quality, so I'm really hoping that the third issue is cool. And I just really like the concept, right? Kitty Pride getting these like mutant teenagers and basically teaching them how to be their own X-Men, kind of. Very interesting, especially the way they set it up. So I'm very excited to read this. Like I said, my most anticipated out of all of them. And up next, we got Ultimate X-Men number 9. This actually came out last week, but I didn't have a chance to pick it up because they didn't have it at my go-to shop, pretty much. Yeah. Sorry, I just realized they put like the full cover in like the inside, so the outside, which I'm kind of like, come on, just do the full cover, man. Like, it would look so much cooler than just this white border, but whatever. Marvel Ultimate Marvel thing, got to do its own thing, I guess. Flipping through it, it looks like a pretty action-packed issue. Again, I've been reading this since it came out, just because new X-Men line, got to read it all pretty much. So, deviating from X-Men just a little bit, we have Ultimate Spider-Man issue 11. I think this might have been like a month or two break between the last one. It looks like we have on the cover Black Cat, which is really cool. The new design, pretty sick. Um, you know, I love the hair, I really do. So can't wait to kind of see how she plays into this, especially now that Peter's like 36 and has a wife and kids, right? This has been a pretty dope comic book series. So yeah, can't wait to read that as well. Now this is up next is a series that I don't really care about, if I'm honest. there's nothing that's really grabbed my attention. It's kind of all over the place. Um, and that would be issue 5 of Phoenix. I don't know what to make of this comic at all. Because, like, in the first issue, they had this weird narration from, like, another person's perspective. Yeah, Adani or whatever, right? They had that first person narration, and then it, like, switched over to Jean Grey, and it was like, what's going on? Like, why are we doing this? Why should I care about this other person? It's titled Phoenix. I don't care about anyone else. Like, I'm getting this for Jean Grey, right? Um, so yeah, it's been okay. I honestly, it's like I don't really want to read it, but maybe something cool will happen. I mean, it's Phoenix, right? Jean Grey, she has control of the Phoenix Force. I don't know. Yeah. So, and then lastly, we have the Uncanny X-Men issue 5. It's funny. At the comic book shop I went to on Wednesday, like last week, or maybe it wasn't last week. It was one of the days. Saturday. I went Saturday. I thought they didn't have this, but they did. Or at least I'm pretty sure they did. I don't think it might have been a variant cover. Now that I'm thinking about it, here, let me look. I'm gonna look at the variant covers for Uncanny X-Men issue 5. If there are any variants, that is. This comic app I have is so weird because, like, I'll think a comic is mid, you know, it's like, it's okay, and then everyone's like, yeah, let me rate this super highly. Okay, yeah, I don't remember any of these variants on the shelf. So it looks like I saw this on the shelf. There was like only 2 of them, and I was just like, nope, that's a variant cover. No, this is the cover. I don't know what I was on. Honestly, out of the 3 kind of main X-Men series, and when I say that, I mean X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, and Exceptional X-Men. Out of the 3, this is probably my second favorite. My first favorite would obviously be Exceptional X-Men. This is really good, and then I think in last place is just the regular standalone X-Men title. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. The other 2 I just feel like do more interesting things. Right now, it doesn't feel like they're doing anything in just the standalone X-Men series. They're kind of in a bunker, you know, and it's cold, and it's like they're not really doing much, you know. Like, I mean, I guess they went like, adults are suddenly mutating. I don't know, right? Like, but it's like it's not really too interesting. Comparatively to the others, I think, because Exceptional X-Men is definitely a more interesting way. You know, it's like, we're, you know, Kitty Pryde taking over, you know, leading these mutant kids, right? I think that's more interesting than that. And then Uncanny X-Men is Rogue and Gambit and whatever they're doing, right? So yeah, actually, wait a minute. Let me check something. Okay, that's kind of a neat cover for next month. I know there was this cover, and it might honestly be from the standalone X-Men title. There was supposed to be a cover that was like in reference to Marvel versus Capcom 2. Let me check. It might be a variant, honestly. I don't know. It very well could be a variant that I'm thinking of. I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's, it might be Uncanny. Now that I think about it, let's check. Because I really want to read that. Oh, it is. It's literally issue 7 is the Marvel versus Capcom like illusion. You can't really see that, but yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. I like that. And it looks like it's about to heat up, so yeah, but so those are the comic hauls. I was playing Skyward Sword HD. I've been playing that, and I decided to take a little break, because I've been going for maybe about 2-3 hours now, so it's like gotta take a little break, talk about some comics, what I did today. But yeah, so like I said, this channel won't always be comic book updates or hauls or whatever. It just so happens because it's one of my interests that we will get that occasionally. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.